So, yeah, we lose, but that's a spot where I would not have called pre-flop. Open is fine. Flop air, say betting can be fine. He calls. Turn, just take the free card. Cool. River, again, I would not bluff this river because anything check called is going to have something by the river, and he's given that you have 3-bet shoved on him with 8-7 suited, and you defended a 3-bet of him with 10-9 suited, and you've just overall shown a sense of lagginess. I do not think he's holding a 10 or a jack in his life, so I would not bluff here. Snap by trace. Ace queen, an open shove versus K2 raise. I would call this. Ace jack. We open. Lots of callers, and we flop top pair. Here's a spot where I actually don't mind a flop check. This is kind of specific to me, in that I'm not really confident getting stacks in with this kind of hand. But then again, with Kirk's image, I probably am going to be betting to get this in because nobody's going to be folding anything to me and might even try bluffing me. So I would just treat ace jack like it's the nuts on this flop. And I would just keep betting here, like 15k on the turn and then 50k on the river. I think 27 is way too much because now it's effectively, 27 is effectively like betting 60. And, you know, you want his, I think 27 is more likely to get hands like ace-3 to fold, and betting something like 15 is more likely to get hands like ace-3 to never fold, and random straight draws like 7-8 that just improve to a double gutter to maybe try and call or raise you. So we folded. We raise it up, get a caller, flop, and we flop okay. If he checked, I would have checked. Now that he bet, I would just stop. I would not continue because raising, I mean, just you have a bad image, and sometimes this is stone air, but usually this is a hand that has a piece and it ain't folding. And you know, stuff like king queen, ace jack, ace 5, whatever. I would give up, and I don't think calling has any merit either because even if we improve, it doesn't really improve like if we hit a queen, it doesn't improve the relative value of our hand at all. And if we hit a 10 or a jack, it's incredibly transparent if we want to get a lot of money men. So I just fold. And I just can't really comment from here because we raised and he got a call and like nuts. I did not know he could dance to the other nuts. Just insane. Would have folded to the flop bet. And I don't hate, I mean, this is kind of where CB's deny might defer. He would probably jam here and take the flip. I would fold and wait for a spot to open shove and actually have fold equity. You never have fold equity when you jam here with 3s, and 3s has even equity, so you're basically gambling. And I happen to think that this is not great. Some other people will gladly do this because they think that tournaments being the way they are, if you do wait, you're going to end up having like 12k, so it's better just to take the flip with 20. So, I don't know, that's a difference of opinion. Nice turn, sir. So now we have 20 big blinds, and this is a perfect 3-bet shove. Nice, good shove. We get called by king queen and hold. Just swinging all over the place. 40 big blinds in this hand, I would just fold. I think I'm decently cool with like calling most suited connectors, not really any pairs. This kind of goes back to what I was harping on like 30 minutes ago. Just a hand like this is kind of the same as ace-3 suited in that you lose. I mean, if you do hit top pair, you're pretty much going to have to go with it, and that's not awful, obviously, but the element of it being offsuit kind of makes the hand play a little worse, and I'm just not thrilled flatting with a hand of that strength, and ends up getting squozen, and we flat the squeeze, but yeah, that's bad. Queen jack does horribly versus this guy's squeezing range. You're always gambling, and you're usually at 30 to 40%, and I think there's something to be said for just keeping that 75k stack and putting it to use and not just gambling. And he had aces, so yep. Oh, now I get kings, so and we open shove. You know, it being this kind of tournament and with your image, I might have just limped or min raised the button. I think jamming is good with certain hands, like just any ace or low pairs, stuff like queen jack suited. But with kings, you want to try and get the most value in getting somebody to monkey pursuit. So the guy ended up having an ace, and I would never fold a7 to your button shove there. So, or most anybody's button shove with those stack sizes. So you ended up lucking out in that respect. Getting to the closing bits of hands, 30 big blinds, opening any ace, I think is fine. Some philosophies, I know some people always do it. I think against certain table textures, it's fine to do. Usually against tables that are too tight, definitely would not open this in a table that's playing too loosey-goosey. Here with the ace-4, again, that's the spot I would have bet. Again, just having the incentive, and it's not really as great a spot to want to check call because you can't improve as much, and usually further turns are going to put you in crappy spots. Now that everyone's checked around, definitely bet this. What did you bet? That looks like 20. Looks like an over bet. So you had 46. Whoa. And you get shoved. Hold on. You have 82, and then you bet, and it turned into 46. That's a gigantic ass bet. That's like 31 or 36. Yeah, 36 and a 24. That just no. This is just wow. And then you ended up calling and winning. I don't know where to begin. I obviously would have bet the flop, and now that everything checked on the turn, I would have bet, but I wouldn't have bet that big. I would have bet like 15, and if somebody raises, I would have so read and probably ended up folding. But now that he shoves, you just put yourself into another. Like I don't know. I would probably fold, I guess. I mean, the guy is shoved versus your over bet. Yeah, you're live at pot stock, but it's like I think your overall philosophy is undertaking way too many retarded gambles and just putting yourself into really, really shitty spots by just like really goofy ass bets. And I think if you kind of cut down on that and just play it a little more straightforward, you'd find that exploiting people is a lot easier. So you ended up hero calling, and he had a flush draw. So you seem to be very good at inducing monkey shoves from flush draws and then calling with like really light. So now we have 180k at 2k 4k. A 20 big blind stack opens to 2.5. We defend with queen 10. 20 big blinds, I'm usually kind of looking to either fold or jam. I think